Okay. So I did how assistive technology is being used in the classroom. Just a little bit of what assistive technology is. It's a technology that is used in classrooms to aid students who have certain learning or physical impairments. Assistive technology can increase a child's self-reliance and sense of independence. Kids who struggle in school are often overly dependent on parents, siblings, friends, and teachers for help with assignments. By using assistive technology, kids can experience success working independently. Um, so the types of technology being used in classrooms now are as follows. Abbreviation expanders, which are software programs which allow users to create, store, and reuse abbreviations for frequently used words or phrases. The user can save the user keystrokes and ensure proper spelling of words and phrases they have coded as abbreviations. Alternative keyboards, which are programmable keyboards which have special overlays that customize the appearance and function of a standard keyboard. Students who have learning disabilities or have trouble typing may benefit from customization that reduces input choices, group keys by colors, location, and add graphics to aid comprehension. Audiobooks, which I personally think is one of the best. They're recorded books allows users to listen to text and are available in a variety of formats such as audio cassette tapes, CDs, MP3 downloads. Special playback units allows the special playback units allows users to search and bookmark pages and chapters. Subscription services offer extensive and a site that I thought was really good in aiding kids is audible.com. And I'll get it up. Audible.com is a website where you can buy a prescription or have a 30-day free trial where kids can go on and buy books to download so they can listen to them instead of reading them. So some people who have like a hard time reading, they can use this instead. And they have literally so many. They have teens, self-development, fiction, nonfiction, and you can look it up. You can look whatever book you want up, and it will most likely be on there. Okay. And then, another one is electronic math worksheets, which are programs that can help users organize, align, and work through math problems on a computer screen. Numbers that appear on screen can also be read aloud via speech synthesizer. This may be helpful to people who have trouble aligning math problems with pencil and paper. Freedom database software is another one. In combination with word processing or other software, this tool allows the user to create and store electronic notes by jotting down relevant information of any length and on any subject. They can later retrieve the information by typing any fragment of the original note in, which means they can just type in any word that they had in the document and it should just pick up the document. The next one is graphic organizers and outlining. Programs help users who have trouble organizing and outlining information in a writing project. This type of program lets users dump information in an unstructured manner and later helps them organize the information into appropriate categories and order. Then there's information data managers, which helps a person plan, organize, and store or retrieve his calendar, task list, contact data, and other information in electronic form. Personal data managers may be portable, handheld devices, computer software, or any combination of these tools working together by sharing data. So you could share data on literally anything you have. The next one is speech recognition programs, which work in combination with word processor. The user dictates into a microphone and is spoken. His words appear on the computer screen as text. This can help users who have oral language ability is better than their writing skills. And then the last one is talking calculators. A talking calculator has a built-in speech synthesizer that reads aloud each number, symbol, or operation key a user presses. It also vocalizes the answer to the problem. This auditory feedback may help him check the accuracy of the keys he presses and verify the answer before he transfers it onto paper. And then these last 5 are the most common technologies used in classrooms. Assistive Technologies, Inc., located in Naperville, Illinois, provides assistive devices to schools and individuals. And their reports tell us that their most popular technology sales are in voice recognition software, which includes Dragon Dictate, Naturally Speaking, and Dragon Dictate and Naturally Speaking are just software that allow you to tell your computer what to do instead of having to do it yourself. So you tell your computer to go to Microsoft Word and you tell them what you want to write instead of you having to type it out yourself. And then the last three are Wordsmith, Wine, and Text Help, which are just smaller versions of those. They just help you with your text and stuff when you're trying to write a story or do something for class. They just help you, they give you guidelines of how you're supposed to be writing and stuff. And then that's it.
Okay, I did mine on the history of assistive technology. I'm just going to show you guys a PowerPoint that I did, and we'll go through exactly what's on it. Okay, I first wanted to start off the benefits of assistive technology. It gives people a ability to participate and in the least restrictive environment. It can be the lifetime. It increases the students' opportunities for education, social interaction, and meaningful employment, and it also can reduce a student's reliance on others. I'm going to take you to the history a little bit. We're going to start with the legal mandates of assistive technology in education. The Rehabilitation Act of 1973 required accommodations of all individuals with disabilities who serve by programs receiving federal funding. Another law was the Public Law of 94-142, the Education of All Handicapped Children Act, which was in 1975. And this established an appropriate education for all students with disabilities. Another act was the 1988 Disabilities Act, which is the TECH Act, and it provided grants to states that increased awareness of the need for assistive technology. To continue on to that would be the 1990 Education Amendments. They changed the name to the IDEA Act, which is the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. It defined the terms assistive technology device and assistive technology service. In 1997, reauthorization of Individuals with the Disability Education Act. It mandated the assistive technology devices and services that are considered for each child with a disability. The 1998 Assistive Technology Act provided a standard definition of what assistive technology is, which is any item, piece of equipment, or product that improves functional capabilities of individuals with disabilities. I want to talk about the school dilemmas, which is about the meaning of appropriate education versus best education. Appropriate education must be provided educational benefit, but the maximization of potential or the best education is not exactly required under federal law unless a state has mandated maximal potential. So basically, districts' legal responsibility stops at the basic floor opportunity, which is access to specialized instruction and related services which are individually designed to provide educational benefit. A gray area would be in public school systems. Their ultimate responsibility is for ensuring that the student has access to the assistive technology. However, it does not mean it's its sole responsibility to purchasing the device, which means maintaining the device or training personnel in its use. To fund the funding process for assistive technology, it's an ongoing process, and the assessment of the need for assistive technology device is complex and may require external specialists, especially in small school districts that can't employ specialized staff. At Texas Assistive Technology Partnership, it completed a manual of funding resources for assistive technology. It addresses no fewer than 34 possible funding sources for assistive technology. Legally, the public school system is responsible for seeing that the students have the services needed for appropriate education, not exactly what is best education. So it can be inferred that the schools must pay for the services. However, there are school district funds that may be most appropriate, may not be the most appropriate for uses. For an example, would be a child in a small rural district maybe needs an augmented communication device. Approximately that would be $8,000, but according to a funding specialist, this could be purchased through Medicaid. The only two differences is that if the school purchases it on its own, they get to keep the device after the student has graduated. However, if they purchase it through Medicaid, the student owns the device. The expenses on keeping school personnel in small rural districts informed about developments in field. It may be proven prohibited for rural schools. And that's it for my section.
Okay, so I did the different types of assistive technology, and I'm going to show you guys a PowerPoint I put together. Okay, so I did the different types, and there are a couple different types. There's visual communication, and I did autism too for a disorder, So, assistive technology for the visually impaired. Students with visual impairments can complete homework, do research, take tests, and read books along with their sighted classmates thanks to advances in technology. And it's not only directed towards children with that is visually impaired, it also helps adults, and they can continue to work and pursue a tremendous range of careers because of the use of computers and other devices. Assistive technology programs that run on off-the-shelf computers can speak the text on the screen or magnify the text in a word processor, web browser, email program, or other application. Standalone products designed specifically for people who are blind or visually impaired, including personal digital assistants and electronic book players, provide portable access to books, phone numbers, appointment calendars, and more. Optical character recognition systems scan printed material and speak the text. Braille embossers turn text files into hard copy Braille. And then these are just some of the devices for the visually impaired. There's screen readers, screen magnifiers, refreshable Braille displays, alternative keyboards, and audio description. The picture right next to the refreshable Braille displays is an actual one of the refreshable Braille displays. And I thought it was cool because you could see like some of the little dials pop up, and as the computer reads what it's saying on the screen, those change to read what it's saying. So I just thought that was a really cool device. Screen readers are a specialized type of software that converts electronic text to speech and outputs it to read phones, speakers, or refreshable Braille devices. Screen magnifiers is a software that interacts with a computer to present in large screen content. Refreshable Braille displays, like I said, are electronic devices that connect to computers and provide tactile Braille output for what is on screen. Alternative keyboards. Many people have low vision use either large print keyboards with high contrast colors or large print and use a keyboard signal in high contrast colors, then are affixated to a standard keyboard. Audio description is the provision of an additional narration track or audiovisual content displayed on a television, video, computer, or cinema screen for viewers who wish to access it. It describes what is happening on the screen and utilizes the natural pauses in the audio in order to be unobtrusive. And then this is assistive technology for communication. Augmentative and alternative devices or systems are specific forms of assistive technology for facilitating communication. AAC devices or systems range from low to high technology, from items as rudimentary as picture cards to the more complex computer and alternative keyboard systems. And some of the devices are low technology devices or systems, and their typical visual representation systems or visual support strategies offering low cost and ease of use. They often include items such as dry erase boards, binders, folders, albums, and other means to store or convey images and pictures used in the communication exchange process. Mid-technology devices or systems include simple electronic or battery-operated items such as tape recorders, overhead projectors, and simple voice output communication aids. High-technology devices or systems are more often complex supports including higher-cost equipment such as computers, software, adaptive hardware, and keyboards, and more complex devices. And these are some of the devices they had. The computer actually has a keyboard that just has pictures on it, so it's not actual letters. It's just if the child needs to, just type in or just press the picture and it'll pop up on the screen and say what it is. The mid-technology devices down low are pictures where they have displayed, and if the child touches it, it'll say it out loud for them to actually hear and connect the word to the picture. The low technology devices are different cards that show what each thing means, like if they have if they're hurting somewhere, what a tooth is, they could just press to it and the teacher can say it out loud so they can also make that connection. And binders are also a good way to have the students have their class rules down in it, and they can write right in there on the binders, and the teachers can also help them make the connection that way as well. And now I have assistive technology for children with autism. Assistive technology can really help a child that does not learn the same like their classmates when they have a learning disability like autism. Assistive technology can help in many areas of study like writing, reading, communication, learning, access, activities of daily living, and positive behavior support. For writing, we have pencil grips and word processing software. For reading, they have talking book readers and adaptive and electronic books. For communication, they have augmentative communication devices and communication books. For learning, there's adaptable educational software and visual supports like symbols, like the picture cards that I just showed you. For classroom instruction, the access are computer touchscreens like iPads and adaptive keyboards and adaptive mouse or joystick. Daily living, they have Velcro and photodial telephones. For the Velcro, they can either use it for their shoes if it's hard for them to tie their laces. It's easier if they could just slip them on and put a Velcro over it and just go that way. And then the positive behavior support is they have visual timers and schedules. And I have a video to show you guys. Get that up.
Symptoms when she was about 2 years old. And like many parents who are caring for a child with autism, Donna keeps up with the newest things that are offering a little help. And right now, one of those things is the iPad. The touch of the screen can give a voice to all of her need.
Okay, so let me go back to my power. I'm just going to show you guys a few of the examples of the devices I had for autism. There's the pencil grips. The Leapfrog is one of the interactive devices they have that they can push on a word and it'll hear it, the voice recognition of it. There's the schedules that are hanging up that they can with the Velcro that they can pull off and shape it. The timer that actually shows them when it's counting down and how much time they have left. And the bottom left is a telephone pictures that they could just press if that's who they want to call. So it could be like their mom or dad or grandma. And then they also have the iPad. And that's about it.
Just end it.